Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cam. Let's talk some stocks. So this video will be coming out Sunday morning. We're going to be looking at electric vehicles, basically foreign-based, China-based, really. Li, Xpeng, Nio, Kandi, Cbak Energy, which I know is a battery company, but they've been hot, and Tesla. So kind of industry-wide last week, they, kind of as a whole sold off. I don't really think that's a negative long-term thing. I think money's just rotating out of the sector. It's a pretty red week for just about the entire market, and electric vehicles have been hot for a while, so things are rotating just like cannabis. And certain companies are having different strengths. I know CCIV, which I'll talk in the next video, still drew interest, but dog's going crazy. Sorry. But we did get a sell-off, and the first one we'll look at, Li here. So the video last week, drawing the triangle, is going to break one way or the other, and obviously we broke lower, and you'll see on the daily it looks like a great technical setup chart-wise. But two, I have this new mixed volume indicator. I forgot to put it up for the last video, but if you want this script, I can get that for you. I'll put it in the description of the video. But it basically shows like the entire volume for that candle, and then basically what's sold on the bid and the ask. So as you can see, like here, perfect example, huge red bar. The entire bar is basically red. I mean, it's not 100% accurate, right? There's got to be a little buying in there, but huge bar's red. You're looking for this price to come down. So as you can see, as we're descending here, we're getting more red than green, so price is going down. So if we go to the daily, we'll look at that technical play right here. So drew the triangle right here from the lows. 1, 2, 3, fourth time fails, and so we sold off below, get a little green, and then now we have kind of this indecision doji candle right here. So the play for off this setup is basically for the chart tomorrow. If it can break above this line, right, probably go long, but you're looking for this line to act as resistance, especially with this 9 moving average moving down here. So I would look for this to be a short play. So if the price opens above 30, can't get above this 9 moving average, hits right off this this rising chart line, and price can't get above it, to short that. So I'm obviously going to have this marked to watch on Monday. Still got decent volume on Friday, 10 million shares, so you should be able to get in and out. So that will be a watch for me. So let's now go to Xpeng, so XPEV. Right, so it broke out of its triangle far faster than Li did. Caught some support down here, right off that $40 mark, $39.88. Right, so now obviously it's already broke the line, looking to move lower. So we'll see next level takeout probably be this, the 39, which is 38 fib, and then go retest this previous low from the last week of December. But if you just go down into the daily, right, so we could get some, buying, right? So this is a pretty pronounced move this last week with 1, 2, 3, 4, was that 7 red candles in a row? So you'd think some buyers would come in, right, to scoop up some shares at a good price. So maybe this does, have a day or two where it pushes back up higher into this 9, could push all the way back up to the rising trend line. And we also basically pinged off the edge of this trading range here with the dots, so we could get some consolidation in this range. But if we get an early buying pressure, like Li and XPEV basically move together, they're direct competitors in China. So if Li probably gets a little push up, this will get probably push up that $44 range. But I would, once you get up to this 44, if buyers aren't stepping in, I'd be looking to short this as well. Then we'll go to Nio. So very similar. So on the weekly, I basically just drew this channel that's been in since October, right? It's not, I drew it on the daily, so it's kind of why it's going through the weekly bars right now. But been sideways really for most of the year, Got pushed the first week of the year, now just been sideways, $55 to $65 area at the top of the chart. But if we go on the daily, so what's that? Monday kind of sold off, didn't really like that $62 area, pushed lower, or excuse me, that was Tuesday, right? Yeah, we had Monday as a holiday. So Tuesday the 16th, Wednesday gap down, can't get above that 22 moving average, 22 EMA daily moving average. I don't know why that keeps tearing me up. I'm just my mouth's all over the place today, slurring everything. But big wicks. So it looks like it may have caught some support. From 56 the previous couple weeks. Gaps even lower. Pinged off this 52.9 78 fib and then held above this 50 moving average. Red bar, so it gapped up again, but still sideways right here. So I think this is a look for a play to push back up to these moving averages, see if it can retest it, see if we can get a break on it, or if these moving average will continue to act as resistance and send it lower. And Nio's been putting out quite a bit of news too this last week about kind of pumpy PR type things about their plans and whatnot. So I would expect them probably to put something out news-wise. Then we'll go to Kandi Technologies, KNDI. I think I drew a ton of fibs on this messing with it after I showed it. Yeah, let's clean that up best we can. I'll go out here. So blue, long term, still held this ascending support line here, basically for all of 2020. Definitely some pings, high spikes. Really doesn't like that $17 area, but it really consolidated here the last couple of weeks between $10 and $8. Obviously, that's not weeks, it's months, but consolidating down here, and then the last couple of weeks, between 10 and 8, pinged right off this rising support line in the 773, which is a 78 fib level. So look to see if that acts as support going into this week. If we look at the daily, right, kind of a similar rolling over pattern that the other tickers we looked at, kind of similar, right? So indecision, then red days. Actually, obviously was green here on Friday, but still couldn't break outside of this bar. So another setup here. If it can get above that, maybe look to go long, but I don't think that's necessarily a great risk and reward, depending on like what time frame you're playing this on, right? So you could break that top, hit 845, hit 850, and then sell off. It's just moving average support above. Maybe it gets up to the 9, but I think this probably still looking at a short type setup. Maybe come down here and actually really retest this 773 fib and this rising support line. So obviously the trend in the electric vehicle stocks is to move lower next week, just based off the previous chart candlesticks. But that's the actual company name. Another company that's been pretty hot is CBAT, Cbak Energies. They put out some PR on some battery tech. So if we go out to monthly, just see the long-term picture. All right, 23 cents, 11.4 in about 2 years. Sold off that, right? So sold off, got back by the sell-off area, and then this last week barely broke above that high, so 957 to 959. So you could consider that an inside bar as it sold off from that $9 area in the monthly. Yeah, I need to get my time frames right. Geez. But on the weekly here, now we're really respecting this 9 moving exponential moving average on the weekly, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, basically for the last 5 weeks have touched it and pushed higher, and it's good to see too that they all have these long wicks on the bottom. So it's buyers are really respecting that moving support line. So it looks like we just got some more buyers to come in, step through for this 9 to 986 range right in there. And as volume is upticking here, I think this is a bullish looking chart on the weekly. And then if we go down to the daily, right? So a lot of volume on Friday. There's a lot I talk on financial Twitter on it, right? So their shares are up nearly 10% on trial production of a special battery. Like I said, they have some new battery tech that's coming out. So sold off pretty hard up in the 9s though. And then, all right, so big wick still down here 825. So right here's the last red bar that was up in the nines. Decent volume. We passed that in volume. So maybe we pull back a little bit Monday, try to test this 8 daily, 9 daily, the $8 mark. Jeez. And then look to go higher. So just go down to a like hourly time frame, see if we can see a little bit better trend. See, it's kind of sideways. Looks like just from the charts, even on the days where it has massive gains, right? First thing in the morning, big spike, pullback, right? Big spike on the open, pullback. Spike, sell off. Spike, sell off, right? No spike, but sell off. Sell off, midday run. Friday, actually some strength in the morning, selling off. So it'll be interesting to see how it opens on Monday. So if Monday it doesn't spike right away, could look for it to be a continued rise. Or if it spikes, looks like it could be a sell-off day. And to end the video, we'll go to Tesla. Musk has been tweeting up a storm on Bitcoin, but looks like it's broken lower from its consolidation area, right? So broke below this 78.6 fib barely, but closed basically right on top of it. $3 above, respected this 9. So we'll see if it can find strength next week. If you go to the daily, right, daily's gonna be in a downtrend, very similar kind of chart to Nio, Xpeng and Lee. Tested it right on Tuesday, right? Opened right at the resistance of those EMAs, sold off, and then the next day, opened right on the 78 fib, sold off. Buyers stepped in. Look at the mixed volume. A lot of buyers that day, but we're sideways now, right above the line. So this is pretty indecisive chart right now. I think it consolidates between this 9 and the 50, so 806 to 756, probably move in that range until it bounces or gets above or breaks below, right? So if it breaks above that, obviously we're going to get bullish. If it breaks below that, we could get pretty bearish quick, as there's not a lot of volume in this 760 750 range recently at all. Okay, so if it breaks below this 50, we could move down to that $700 area in Tesla. So I'd like to see how it opens to start the week for these electric vehicles. That's where I'm going to finish this video. The next video I put out, we will talk about CCIV, Workhorse, Lordstown, Hyliion, Arrow, and Solo. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video. Hope you got something out of it. If you could hit me up with a like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that as well. And we'll see you in the next one.